The midterm election season kicks off tomorrow with the Texas primaries. Most eyes will be on the state's hotly contested Senate race. CBS News senior and White House political correspondent Ed O'Keefe breaks it down for us from San Antonio.
Given its historic Republican roots, Texas isn't usually the place that can tip the balance of power in Washington. But we've seen something here over the last several weeks that suggests there could be a change afoot. It all focuses on primaries that are on Tuesday here on the Democratic and Republican side. Let's start with the GOP, where Senator John Cornyn is locked in a three-way contest with two opponents who are a little more aligned, stylistically at least, with the MAGA movement. Texas Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton and Houston area Congressman Wesley Hunt, who both argue Cornyn is out of step with Republicans, not a loyal enough supporter of the president, despite a 99.3% voting record with the president, and has been in public life too long. Senator Cornyn, however, tells us he's concerned if either of his opponents, especially the conservative attorney general, wins the GOP Senate primary, it could cost Republicans across the state. But you believe Ken Paxton could potentially
lose the race.
The race and cost Republicans a big Senate seat.
No question. And it's not only important in terms of the Senate race, it's important in terms of what happens down ballot.
Now, there's been higher than usual interest in the Democratic primary. You've got two potential winners there. The Dallas area Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett facing off with State Representative James Tallarico. Both of them traditional progressive Democrats pushing concerns about the cost of living and how billionaires are taking over the country, in their words. But they approach things in a very different way. Crockett, a far more aggressive, partisan Democrat, someone who has sparred with Republicans on Capitol Hill. Tallarico suggests to us he's going to have an easier job attracting independent and Republican voters that any Democrat would need to win in order to win in November.
I can't tell you the number of people who come up to me at the end of these events and whisper, "I'm not a Democrat," like they're in the witness protection program. There is a deep dissatisfaction to the extremism and the corruption that we're seeing in our politics.
Also on the ballot Tuesday, there will be competitive primaries in a handful of House districts across this state after the president, remember, last year asked Republicans to redraw the congressional lines in Texas to help them win more seats in November. That, of course, caused California, Virginia, Utah, and other states to consider redrawing their maps. And at this point, the belief is that Democrats and Republicans may end up canceling each other out. But here in Texas, redrawing those lines could also lead to even more Democratic gains. This will be a state to watch come November. Back to you.